You know, in business, your financial data has to be your single source of truth. But what if that truth could be changed without leaving a single trace? Well, today, we're diving into a feature that makes that completely impossible, the editlog in TallyPrime Release 7.0. And trust me, this isn't just another update. It's a total game changer for data integrity. Look, if you're a business owner, an accountant, or an auditor, you know the stakes have never been higher. Just like the slide says, data transparency isn't some fluffy buzzword anymore. In many places, it's literally the law. Keeping your books clean isn't just good practice, it's legal necessity. And honestly, protecting that data is a huge challenge. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about this new era of transparency. Then, I'll introduce you to your new digital witness. After that, we'll see how you can track every single change, cover why compliance is absolutely not optional, and then wrap it all up with how this builds a real foundation of trust. All right, so let's start with the big picture. Businesses today are under a ton of pressure, right? On one side, you've got these strict legal rules demanding perfect records. And on the other, you have all these internal risks like simple human error or even deliberate fraud. It makes having unquestionable, rock-solid data integrity an absolute must. So how in the world do you meet that challenge? Well, TallyPrime's answer is the editlog. The best way to think of it is like a permanent, silent digital witness that is always watching, always recording every single thing that happens inside your financial data. It's a powerful, built-in solution. Okay, so what is it, technically? The editlog is what's known in the industry as an audit trail. And the two words you really need to remember here are permanent and tamper-proof. It creates this unchangeable history of everything, every transaction, every voucher, and even your master data. Nothing gets missed. Okay, I absolutely love this analogy because it makes everything so clear. Think of older systems like a pencil. You could write an entry, and if you made a mistake or wanted to change it, you just erase it. Poof, it's gone. No one's the wiser. But TallyPrime 7.0, it's like using a permanent pen. If you make a change, you don't erase the original, you just cross it out and write the new info next to it. The entire history is always visible. So, how does it actually do this? Well, it keeps a close eye on three key actions. First, the moment a voucher is created, it's logged. Second, any alteration, any change, whether it's the date, the amount, anything, it's tracked. And finally, and this part is so clever, even deletion. If a voucher is deleted, it doesn't just vanish. The system keeps a ghost record, so you always know it existed. Okay, so you know a change happened, but that's only half the story, right? You need to know exactly what changed. And that is where TallyPrime 7.0's Compare feature gives you just total clarity. And this is where you see the real magic. Imagine an invoice for 10,000 rupees. Later, someone changes it to 1,000. With the Compare feature, you see both versions right there, side by side. You can see exactly what changed, the amount. You can see who changed it, user B, and you can see precisely when they changed it. It's all right there. No ambiguity, just pure transparency. And think about what that means for security. When every single person using the software knows that every click, every modification is being logged, timestamped, and tied directly to their user account, well, they're going to think twice before trying anything funny, right? This kind of built-in visibility is a massive deterrent to internal fraud. All right, let's switch gears and talk about the legal stuff, because this is a really big deal. For a lot of companies, this isn't just a nice-to-have feature, it's a must-have. In India, for example, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the MCA, has mandated that certain companies must use accounting software with an active audit trail. And TallyPrime 7.0 was designed from the ground up to tick every single one of these boxes. The audit trail is tamper-proof, check. It's always on by default, check. And get this, this is the most important part. It cannot be disabled, not by any user, not even an administrator. That's the key to ensuring your books are always 100% compliant. It just gives everyone peace of mind. So we've talked about transactions, but the editlog's protection goes way deeper than that. We're talking about securing the very foundation of your business data. Now here's a detail that's easy to miss, but it's absolutely crucial. The editlog also tracks changes made to your masters, things like your supplier list or your stock item details. Just imagine if somebody quietly changed a supplier's bank account details right before you ran payments. TallyPrime logs that change, protecting you from that exact kind of sophisticated fraud. So when you put it all together, you get this incredible governance framework. You use user roles to control who has permission to make edits in the first place. And then you have the edit log to track exactly what they edit. The result? Total security and complete accountability across your entire organization. So, at the end of the day, it's so important to see the edit log for what it really is. It is not a restriction, it's not some kind of burden, it's actually the opposite. It's a tool that builds trust, gives you peace of mind, and really acts as the ultimate protector of your financial truth. So I'll leave you with one final question to really think about. Is your financial data just barely compliant, just ticking a box, or is it truly, genuinely audit-proof? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.